Hey guys, so this is going to be part 2 of setting up a 150 yards and in rifle. I'm using an iPhone 5S, so it just kind of randomly shut off on me before, and so I went and did some stuff, and then now I'm doing it again, obviously. But I was in the middle of talking about basically that optics are essential for home defense, alright? Technically, yes, you can get by with iron sights and a light, alright? But to me, basically, if I'm defending myself, my family, and whatever else, I would rather spend the extra 100, 150, 200, whatever on good quality red dot. Even if you spend if you buy an Aimpoint or an EOTech or whatever, it's better to do that than to cheap out, just get iron sights and not be as effective and end up having that get someone hurt or killed. That's just my thought on it. So I would say that optics are something you definitely want and need for a home defense rifle, or something you're hoping to be fast with, and of course something you're hoping to get past a couple 100 yards with. So that being said, a couple different options. The main one is like the micro dot style, right? It's modeled around the Aimpoint T1. There's your Holosuns, Primary Arms, Bushnell TRS-25, which is what I have on here. So far it's done really well. I've shot some nice tight groups with it at night. It's got 11 brightness settings. The battery life kind of sucks. You're looking at about 100, maybe 200 hours on the highest setting, but that's to be expected from a $90 optic, $100 optic. Other than that, this thing has performed very well for me. Like I said earlier, I've only put about 100, maybe 150 rounds, but probably closer to 100, being that I've only had this for a week. Then you've got your options like your EOTechs, your Aimpoints. Those are higher dollar items, and I'm 15, so the money's not exactly rolling in for me. So I went with the Bushnell TRS-25. Don't buy anything that's not brand name from a gun show, period. Don't. The amount of times I've seen someone selling airsoft optics as real gun optics at gun shows is sickening, honestly. But it happens a lot. Don't buy from gun shows if it's not a brand name. Okay, like something Vortex makes some really nice ones. Those were a bit different style than I was going for, and a bit heavier than what I was going for, but they're great options, alright? Let's see here, there's, what else is there? There's the Sightmark ones. I've heard good things about those. I haven't tried them personally, but I've heard good things. And there's a lot of different options out there, but don't spend less than like 80 to 100 on an optic, on a red dot, okay? Now let's talk about, you'll notice there's a strip of electrical tape here, and you're probably wondering what the purpose of that is. This up here is to hold the pressure switch. Okay, you probably figured that out. But this is just because sometimes you need some electrical tape. It's very utilitarian, so I threw it on there. Okay. That's not a necessity, obviously, but yeah. Pistol grips. Pistol grips are one of the last things you should upgrade. The only reason that this is upgraded before, I have iron sights and everything else is because this came off of an old gun. Alright, that was already set up. So I just stole it and put it on here. That is why. Okay, so don't buy a pistol grip before you have backup iron sights, an optic, and a light. Okay. What I like is a small one because I have small hands. I'm 5'7" and I have tiny baby hands. Get something that fits comfortably, alright? 99% of the Magpul pistol grips and stuff like that are not like security marks. So just if you're in a store, just open them up, hold them in your hand, see how they feel. Okay. This is the SL, so it's the smallest one they make. Get one that feels really nice and comfortable in your hand. Alright, you don't want to be distracted by it being uncomfortable or the heavy weight, because having a bad grip will make the gun feel heavier, and having a good grip that you like and that fits your hand well will make it feel lighter. Okay? That's, I mean, you know, it's science and it's just simple logic. Okay? So get something that's comfortable. Stocks. Stocks are important, actually. You don't want one that's going to be wobbling around and everything like that. You don't want one that's uncomfortable. I would recommend for most people the Magpul CTR. It's like $65-70. It locks, it has QD sling points, has sling points actually integrated in. They come in commercial and mil spec. You can get cheek risers for them. You can get better butt pads for them. It's one of the better stocks out there in my opinion, and it's like $65. Okay, it's cheap. The Mission First tactical ones, heard good things about those, haven't tried them. But I have seen them on like some SEALs and some MARSOC dudes' rifles, so I imagine they're pretty much squared away. But I haven't shot them, tried them. CTRs, however, I have. You know, LE stocks, some people say they don't mind them. I hate them. I hate the way they feel. Kraton stocks, I very rarely like. Just go with one that's comfortable, preferably one that's collapsible. But if a full stock is what works with your length of pull, then do that. The reason I say collapsible is someone else might have to pick it up, and you know, if it's a shorter person, they'll have to move the stock shorter maybe, or if it's a taller person or someone with long arms, they might have to extend it. But for the majority of people, actually, one click out is what most people want, or what works for most people. Charging handles, I don't think charging handles are overly important. As far as getting, you know, a special one, I'm going to get an ambidextrous one, more than likely, but I don't know about that. One thing I would say, definitely you want to get is a bad lever, okay? That's the next thing I'm going to buy for my AR. It's like a $20 to $30 piece. Alright, and what it does, if you don't know, is it goes from your bolt catch down to your trigger guard, which makes reloading and sending the bolt home faster. If this is a home defense rifle, and you wake up and, you know, you grab your bump in the night, or your window break, or your alarm goes off, or whatever, you know, you shove a magazine in your pocket, and, you know, there's already one in your gun's ready to go. You want that reload to be as fast as possible if you need to reload, especially if you live in a low capacity state. You're definitely going to want to be able to reload. Okay? So, triggers, you can get a lightweight trigger, but, you know, I don't have any issues with just stock, like, mil-spec triggers. More than likely, I would improve slightly with, like, a Geissele or whatever, but to me it's more important to just build the fundamentals, and then to get a super nice trigger. So just do that first, and the days where you're using the advanced triggers and everything like that will come. Just focus on the fundamentals for a while. Alright, that about covers it. Oh, if you're going to use more than one optic, this is the setup I'm running with mine. If you're going to use more than one optic, mark where they're going to go, where one optic goes, and then this next one looks terrible because I removed most of the paint off of it. I'm going to paint it to match this tomorrow. But this is a Vortex Crossfire 2 1:4x24. Okay, I have a specific spot it goes on, and this will be where it's 0 too, because this is the eye relief. So make sure you have those 0 markings on. I use pen, you can use pencil, paint pen's probably the best, but yeah. This is, it's good good to just have that reference point so that you know where your optic is zeroed to. Okay? That's honestly about it, guys. Set your rifle up where it's going to be usable for you, and the most important thing is train with it and train with it and train with it. If I spend $400 on ammo to train and $100 on my optic, and you spend $500 on an optic